So good, good day once again. And how are you? How is your family? How is life treating every one of you? I believe that you guys are all doing well. I believe that by the special grace of God, you are hale and hearty. That is why you are able to watch this video. So I want to tell you that I don't take this for granted. I don't take it for granted that you make out your time, you spare your data, and even your attention span, which we know now is very short. You spare the much as 6 minutes, 10 minutes to watch these videos I share. I want to tell you I don't take it for granted. Just like I've consistently said, this channel of mine is purely to talk about the development of Africa. As a Pan-Africanist I am, to talk about the development of Nigeria through the development of the regions of the Nigerian state. So I believe that if the regions in the Nigerian state are able to thrive effectively, the Nigerian nation is going to be one very powerful nation that the world will come to. So over the weekend, for some reasons, between Thursday and yesterday, I was somewhere in Anambra State, Nnewi precisely, and I noticed that between these days, if I didn't count the number of 40-feet containers that were brought into the town, I counted like 40. I'm not exaggerating. I'm talking about these heavy duty trucks brought in these containers into Nnewi within the span of Thursday and Monday evening, or let's say Sunday evening, because by Monday most of them were now going back to their various locations, which you definitely know is none other than Lagos. So I'm sure that this is also how it happens in Aba. I'm also very sure. And while these heavy duty operators come down to our places to deliver these goods, you know how wonderful our roads around here are. So most of these trailers move from the west, that is Lagos Seaport, to the southeast, and inside our states. That's where most of these trailers fall because of bad roads. So when some of us tell you that our problem is not the federal government, rather our local government chairman, our councillors, our House of Assembly members, our state governors, our House of Representative members, and our senators, we are not joking. We know what we're saying. So we've been asking, now that the building of the seaports, if I'm very sure, has been removed from the exclusive list, the building of the railway line has been removed from the exclusive list, generation of power and even its transmission has been removed from the exclusive list, why are we not engaging our politicians enough to tell us about the plans they have towards the development of the railway sector, the development of the seaport sector, the development of the energy sector? Yes, I give it up to men like Professor Charles Soludo. The other time he talked to us about the feasibility plan that he was calling some Canadian firm to come and do about railway lines around Onitsha, Nnewi, Oka, and all that. I loved that, and I still love that so much. I'm waiting. He said in 7 months that we should have gotten something. So I'm waiting for that 7th month to hear what happened. I remember that former Governor Dave Umahi, he said something of that nature around railway also in Ebonyi before he handed over to Mr. Francis Nweforo. In line with what I was saying about abandoning project, it is my wish that Mr. Francis Nweforo does not lose sight of that project and follows it up to conclusion. I've not heard these lines of conversation with the present governor of Imo State being Governor Hope Uzodimma. I've not heard of him talking about those areas of engagement, but I may still want to know, in case you can share with me. Then in Enugu, Governor Peter Mbah seems to me to know what he's doing. But then I've not also heard him talk about these lines of, I've heard him talk about power and energy, yeah? But I've not heard him talk about the railway, I've not heard him talk about the seaports. But I know he's doing much in the air industry field. And I am also very, very excited about that. I've not had my own governor, Governor Lesotho. I know maybe they could any agenda with respect to rail line, seaport, and the rest of them. I know that all the handway gauge like, but would want to hear from you. Tanya Mana Hembo plan with respect to those areas. These areas are very necessary for us as a region if we must grow, if we must leverage on the AFCTA. Okay, sorry to the governor of Enugu State. I can remember now Mr. Osita Chidoka was talking about the Lion Business Park or something, and he mentioned these areas. But then I wouldn't know what the plans are. I would want to know more, sir. Because if the Southeast must grow, we must leverage on these areas of our economy to make sure that we don't have to travel miles away to get these containers into our region to do our trade. Our political office holders must stand up and negotiate in the interest of the region. We must build up our infrastructure so that you don't carry your goods from Lagos or wherever, get down to this place, and then you lose them in their own town. We must also look for easier ways to convey these goods down from our Papa Wharf, down from the north to the east, without going through the Herculean task of passing through the road. These things can be shipped on the rail down to the consumer points where we would use them. I think the time for us to start thinking is now. You, dear citizen, you are based in the US. You are based in the UK. You are based in Germany. You are based in Australia. You are based in South Africa. You are based in Rwanda. This is the time I need to hold our political office holders accountable. They need to tell us what are they doing to address these issues in the interest of the Southeast. What are they doing to address this issue in the interest of the Southeast? Because the Southeast need to grow, the Southeast need to develop, and this infrastructure must be put on ground if we must sit at the dinner table of tangible negotiations with the respect of development of this region. I sincerely believe that we must no longer stand aloof and watch. We must ask questions. We must engage our political office holders. We must not be telling them the things they want to hear, as long as we have our facts. I'm not talking about cooking up opposition style gists to distract the leaders and no. I am talking about facts and figures with respect to how we can improve our trade in the Southeast, how we can improve security, how we can improve infrastructure. These are critical areas that we must look at as a people, and we must ask our leaders very, very clear-cut questions about what they are doing to sort these areas out. We need them to sort out these airports. We need them to sort out these seaports. We need them to sort out this power generation and power distribution. I know that Emeka is already playing in that sector. Then engineer Emeka, of course, of oil service already playing in that sector also. Let more people come in. Let there be competition in these areas. Let us have power. Let us have our people being able to produce at a relatively effective price, cost-effective price in the Southeast. We must do everything we can to make sure that the Southeast develops. Let us stop acting like victims. Let us take our destiny into our hands, because it will take Igbo to develop Ali Igbo for the good of the African nation. And any day we take our position as the people in this continent, in this nation, I bet you the Nigerian state will have so much to benefit from us, and they will know what we are made up of as a people. Why don't you do your own part today instead of complaining and instead of thinking that you are a victim, which you are not?